Hello and welcome to A Life More Boaty. We are here today courtesy of the lovely people at Marex Yachts to have a look at the Marex 440. Now this was launched in Dusseldorf, but I didn't get a chance to have a look because it was absolutely swamped, and having had a quick look round, I think when you get to the end of this video you will understand why. So it's the top and the largest boat in the Marex range, and they've taken all their skill and ability really and just put their excellence into one boat. So we start externally here on the bathing platform, which on this particular variant has got the option of high-low, and you can see it's a pretty decent sized bathing platform. We step on board. To start with, there are chocks here, so you can effectively fold one up the other side, and then that gives you little V chocks to sit your dinghy in. These items in case you're running a drain, so when you let the bathing platform down it's not pressurized against the water. And centerline steps, so these steps effectively cantilever down and follow the bathing platform into the water, giving you easy access, and that access then is obviously direct into the cabin. Storage underneath these bins. Now because we're at a boat show I'm not going to open up every single bin. And then there's this lovely solid coaming runs right the way around the back with that entry point in here, and that then takes you straight into this beautiful cockpit area. Actually, I'm just going to shut that cabin, this little door, just for a sec, just to give you the full effect. So there you go. Try again. Fantastic, completely all-round seating area. I'm guessing there's probably even an infill seat in there, or that might just be a backrest for that seat there. This table here then does a multitude of things, as you would expect. It folds out both ways, so it folds out this way. I will support it, so don't worry. Folds out this way, giving dining space access over there, and then it does exactly the same and folds out that way. It's also on hydraulic legs, so you can ship it backwards and forwards. Engine access down here, and we'll have a look at that on the way out. And then you have storage under these seats here, storage under that one and those, and then there's a gap underneath there, so you can, I believe, if you wanted to, take that cushion out so you can step across onto the foredeck that side. We will actually, whilst it is a bit cooler, go and have a wander around the foredeck. Now the way that it works, obviously, to get to the foredeck technically you either have to come out of the boat or step over the sides, but it's pretty easy if you're on the bathing platform because it's a nice wide access point. Beautiful teak all the way through, which is an option, and grab rails right the way across, and a handrail wide enough to walk feet side by side. On this one we have access doors on both sides. One more step up, a quick turn round, and I'll show you the very large sunroof, and also the fact that here we're 1,000 watts worth of solar panels on this particular one, and you can see over there closed array Garmin and the tower with the lights and bits and pieces. Moving forward, see a big section of glass in the deck structure there. Pop-up headrest on the sun lounger, and again lovely finish of teak. And if we go all the way forwards, you'll notice there's change here because the way the Norwegians and the Finns tend to, or the Scandinavians I should say, tend to do their boating is, rather than being stern in, they tend to go bow in. So under here, go the other side, we have a rather lovely and quite nifty fold-out ladder. So underneath there is a platform, or in there is a platform on the ladder. You flop that out over the bow, and it gives you the ability to climb off the bow down the steps. And then in here we have a really nice anchor launching system and an incredibly deep anchor chain locker. Plenty of room for fenders, lines or whatever in there. So we just drop that back, pop this down, and we'll take a look back at that beautiful boat. Now, if you are familiar with Marex as a brand, you'll know that they only do things brilliantly. So if you wanted to make this cockpit completely weatherproof, you can effectively zip in this entire area with their clever canvas system So under here, this pops open, and under here is the canvas canopy that then runs along this rail right the way around the outside, enabling you to completely zip in the whole of this area, making it 100% weatherproof. Equally, if you're going along, you could zip in perhaps just the sides, but the idea being that you don't have to find somewhere to hide the canvases when they're not in use, and often that can be wet. Last feature out here is this pretty big aft canvas sunroof. Really straightforward. You grab hold of it there and you just slide it back. So if we now head inside, you'll see there's a single door on this side, and there's a big drop down glass window on that side, which effectively leads you into the galley. Port side is where most of the galley action is going to take place. Again, nice sort of a galley you can wedge yourself in. Beautiful Corian tops, and then there's a little serving bar here. Oh, I thought it folded out. Oh, it does fold out. There you go. Little serving coffee cocktail hatch there. And then down we've got cookers, loads and loads of drawers, and they're lovely drawer actions actually. And look, they're matching wood lined inside. Over here we have more storage in the bin, double sink, and then over the other side we have drawer fridge freezers, like so. Oh, look at that. They have their own Marex beer. How fantastic. I've seen manufacturers having their own cutlery. I don't know not met many that have their own beer. See, they've got additional storage up top. It's a very large storage bin in there. And then in here we have the all important, for me anyway, dishwasher. Beautiful finish to this. While we're standing here, I will just show you that the headlining there, the forward sunroof is open at the moment. So if you imagine with the forward sunroof open and that rear sunroof open, if you wanted, you could get a lot of light and sun in here. So we then move forward over to the helm station. A couple of very nicely upholstered and appointed helm seats. They feed a rather lovely helm station. A couple of Garmins you can see there, usual Carling switches, audio down here, the sunroof switch, bow thruster. She's on Volvo Pentas, so you've got the old Volvo Penta IPS joystick control system and gear selectors. You'll also notice that we have a helm door on that side. And equally, actually, if we turn around the other way, there is a sort of helm door on that side, or a companionway door on that side, and then an absolutely vast companion seat here. It's almost you could almost sit there. You'd certainly get 3 people on comfortably, but you could easily sit down there and have a lie down. And then over here we have this table that folds out like so for chart work or just for casual dining. Pop that back. So if we then take a step back, you can see the companionway down here. 3 steps down, takes us down, and lovely the way they've got the dark wood here matching or contrasting off with this light fabric. We go forward into the VIP. Well, this is interesting layout. There's a couple of layout options. So on this particular boat, this is very much the master cabin. So you can see nice, very wide centerline double berth, bags of storage underneath. Wardrobes on both sides, light from the hull windows, and as you can see, you've got access around the side of the bed from both sides. Exactly the same over the other side. TV on the wall up here, and you can see that glazing that we looked at is now showing itself in the form of these windows above us. And then over on the port side here we have the heads to the VIP, or the master as it is on this boat. Very nice, beautifully moulded Corian sink, some lovely moulded wood doors with subtle LED lighting, storage, ventilation, illumination from the window, and more light coming in again from one of those hatches above us here. But you'll also notice that there's a shower door over there, so this is effectively a wet heads but this shower door, you can see here, folds across this section, and it basically means that you're not getting the woodwork, the sink or the loo wet, but you then do get, effectively, you get a much larger footprint shower than if you just had a cubicle. It's pretty straightforward, but nicely done. So to say, on this boat, that is a big master. We take a step back, we then effectively have the heads for the rest of the cabins. Very, very similar format and exactly the same. So perspex shower door, big shower tray footprint in there, and that door enables you to close off the loo, the woodwork and the basin or the sink. It doesn't get wet when you shower, and then as you can see, usual sorts of things. Window, storage, nice shower, and then illumination again from above. So if we come out of there and go into the effectively second and third cabins, little bench seat, if you notice as I came in, little bench seat there, big wardrobe storage, where are we, in there, double doored. Now there is a full headroom in here right the way across all of these cabins. I'm 1.73 m, so there's plenty of headroom in there, and it's the same on the other cabin, but there's, logically there is a bit of a cutaway as you drop down in here. Still a decent sized berth, and again, even with the cutaway, it's still quite high. The cutaway doesn't start till here. Still quite high, still lots of room in there. Blinds and light and ventilation coming into that window. And if we then pop over to the other side, again, more wardrobes 1 and 2 up there. Similar sort of cutaway, exactly the same headroom where I'm standing, and then this one is effectively made out as a single berth with a couch, but that could be a double berth if you wanted it to. But equally, you can effectively take this bulkhead out of here, so this bulkhead we're looking at here, and make this a master cabin running the full beam of the boat, and then that would gain effectively an ensuite from that side. Lots and lots of storage, as you would expect on a boat like this. So storage under all the steps, and again, look, lit, beautifully lit. So before we leave, we will just have a quick peek in the engine bay. So it's a beautifully sprung engine hatch, and a bit like the rest of this boat, there are a number of options. So first thing is, I'm just going to climb in here. It's quite nice to see that they've got a little foot plate there on the front of the engine, making it really easy to climb in without a ladder. So as you can see, this particular variant has the Volvo Penta D6 IPS 650s, so they are 480 horsepower apiece. And if we look down here, you can then also see, if I put the camera, that they are on IPS drives at the back. There are a couple of other engine options. You can have these as IPSs or on conventional shaft drives if you want. I'm guessing if you do that, they must move the engine forward a little bit. But you can also have this as a standard D6 with 440 horsepower engines on stern drives if that was your choice. Plenty of room in here. Again, looks like there's room there for a seakeeper. All the electric bits and pieces, fuel systems over there, freshwater, hot and cold systems over there. Beautifully fitted out down here. I'm just sitting on the battery box for the sake of it. There is a ladder here to get yourself in and out if you wanted to. Then there's a whisper generator over there. And look at this beautiful wiring on this distribution panel. How fantastic is that? So there you go, that is the Marex 440. Waited a while to see it, but like you would expect from Marex, it's a pretty impressive bit of kit. So before we go, I will just ask you guys to like and subscribe. It really makes a massive difference to us on the channel, and I will leave you with a view of the Marex 440 and say thank you very much for watching. Do please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time round.